Spiritual Warrior UK. We're going to have a quick look at the week ahead. Got lots going on this week astrologically. We have Saturn going retrograde, and it's going to be in retrograde to the 4th of November. We've just been through the new moon in Gemini, and we move into Cancer season and the summer solstice this week. So, yeah, okay. What have we got there? Just split the cards. Two of Wands, we've got the Three of Swords, and we've got the Star card as well. It's interesting because just coming from that and the readings that I've done, certainly around the new moon reading, it's there's certainly a feeling of growth within the energy. It feels like it's picking up, and it's been, I don't know if floaty is the right word, but it's certainly been a lot of memories of the past coming up. People have been reconnecting with each other in their heads. People have been popping back in people's minds again. And I've done that from a lot of the readings that I've been doing for the last week. And, you know, there is a optimism that's coming up. You know, we've got the Star card and the Two of Wands, so, you know, looking out. You know, it's enjoy the journey. Yeah. You know, it's like, don't just think about the end destination. It's so interesting. And just an owl just hooted then. And it's like, you know, have that wisdom. Take each day as it comes. You know, with the Three of Swords, it's the pain that's happened is the growth. There's been a lot of growth from the pain that you've experienced, but that has been interesting. That flipped out earlier as well. That has been part of the journey. It is a time to leave the anxiety behind, and when you leave the past behind, it opens up space for new to come in, whatever that may be for you. So very interesting that that message comes through straight away. I do like using these cards. Quite like the shapes. Nice to do something different. So let's have a little look on the week ahead. What have we got going on? General energies for my collective, please. General energies for my collective. General energies for my collective. Okay, the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Why did I say the Ace of Swords? The Page of Swords. Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. You know, we always say something for a reason. Let me just stop with that. This is about looking in the right direction, which is really interesting. So the Page of Swords in reverse. I don't know what's the matter with my voice, my mouth. I'm just not connected to my brain at the moment. I can't seem to get my words out. I think it's like the messages come through so quickly sometimes. It just takes a while to translate through to my brain. Disappointing news, you know, lack of ideas, just head in the clouds, you know, not noticing the opportunities around you, because, you know, the Ace of Swords is that clarity, and that's what I said, even though I know it's the Page of Swords. So there's something about not looking at things clearly with this. What else, my collective, please? Energies for the week. Oh, we'll have a Tower. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Okay, just going to get some more. Justice in reverse. Okay, I don't want all those. I just want one. Okay, no, that's the one that's going to happen. One more. Let's have a look. What's the story that's going on for this week? How can the energy help us? Interesting. I always feel very, very similar energy with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. It's about the environment. It's about that grounding. It's about doing, you know, I'm good on my own. It's that kind of energy. I'm feeling the power of the south. You know, I'm reaping what I've sowed. There's abundance, and I did also get that in the new moon energy as well. What I'm getting with this is like you're not looking at things clearly, and this week it's going to become clear, and through that clarity is going to come, like, it feels like life's going to look different. Life's going to be more abundant. It's going to look more prosperous is the word that they're given, which is really interesting. This is quite an old-fashioned word, but there is an element of I'm also getting like money comes out of nowhere, which is always nice, and that brings about stability as well. Celebration. I feel like there's a celebration as well as the week goes on. Certainly I feel like once we've passed the summer solstice, I feel like the energy becomes a little bit lighter as well, a little bit more stable. Why are you not seeing things clearly? Again, we've got justice in reverse. You're not seeing things clearly because you're not looking at them in the right direction. Let's see if I can just get a little bit more information on this. What are we not looking at clearly? Ace of Swords in reverse. I knew that Ace of Swords was coming. Lack of ideas, lack of communication, blocks, you know, head in the clouds. It's just saying the same thing over and over again. It's like whatever is going on for you, you know, take this as this resonates. You need to, you know, put different glasses on. Hangman is like coming up in my vision as well, and actually like turn it upside down on your head. You know, it's that, you know, let all the blood go to your head so you can't think the way that you normally think. You know, allow different energy to come in, see things differently. It's that energy. It's like it's not balanced because you're not seeing it in the right place. Okay, what's the Tower going to bring in? What's the Tower? Tower and the Three of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. A Page of Swords in reverse again. Okay, what's the Tower going to bring in? It's going to help with the clarity. It's going to help with the clarity. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Swords. You know, the Five of Swords in the reverse is much better because it's not getting triggered. It's like moving forward, stepping forward, going with the flow. And I feel that in this kind of shake-up, in the shake-up of energy, because that's what it feels like, not necessarily a shake-up of the situation. It feels like it's a shake-up of the energy, and that really feels like midweek, which is when we're going into the solstice. The takers that resonates, you know, just be prepared for maybe things, and we don't want to manifest this either. It's going to be prepared for the midweek to be a little bit bumpy and not go the way you want to, but we don't want to go into midweek in that way. When we've got cards like this and we know that that's a possibility for us and our energy and our frequency, so you start off the day with a really bright cleansing meditation. You know, you try and grab 5 minutes at lunchtime, cleanse your energy, cut any cords, balance your chakras, because it does feel like the energies is a little bit turning on its head, but it feels like there's a need for it to turn on its head, so things are being seen differently. So objectives are being met. Objectives are being met. Objectives are being met. So where did we start? We started with the Three of Swords, the pain. This is where we started from, so we're coming back around again. This has been happening all week with these readings as well. Where you're seeing things differently is that you're viewing your pain differently. You're almost stepping into the pain and harnessing the pain and allow it to flow through you, taking what you've learned from the pain in your growth and really using it to your advantage. It's like there's no poor me sat here. There's no woe is me. You know, it's like, I don't know if I can say that. You're grabbing the pain by the balls and you are pushing it through. You're pushing that pain through and you're coming out the other side. It's like, I've sat here too long. I'm not going to do it now. I'm using what I've learned and I'm going to turn it around to benefit me. I'm going to create abundance. I'm going to create wealth in my own way through what I've been through and what I've experienced. And this is a very entrepreneurial card as well. The King of Wands. It's the creator. You know, that with that growth, with that strong mindset, I'm not going to sit in this. I'm not going to look back. I'm going to step forward. And what I'm going to do when I step forward is I'm going to create celebration for me. I'm going to create growth. I'm going to create stability. I'm going to create a strong foundation. And through everything that I produce and grow and work on, I'm going to be rewarded for my efforts. What else? A lot of page energy in the reverse. We've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. You know, and when you're split in half, you're never going to see things clearly. Six of Cups in reverse as well. It's like, don't get caught up in that dreamy, nostalgic energy. Don't get caught up in the past, in looking back at the past with these rose-coloured tinted glasses. It was amazing. It was this. It was that. It was meant to be. I've got to get that back. There's something very much in being present, being in the now, seeing things clearly, and using what you've experienced from the past in moving into the present and moving forward, because I feel that's going to serve you really well. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Chariot, and I feel that that is really very prevalent as well, because I do feel like there's movement heading forward as well. Okay, what else? Interesting cards. What else? What else is this about the movement forward for this week, please? Movement forward. Okay, what it's saying to me is that you know, your manifestations and what you want, what you desire is very much in what you plant. The seed for now is what's going to come in for the rest of the year. There's always something very significant about the summer solstice, and of course then we move up into the Lion's Gate, which is always a very, very powerful portal. And do you know, that's really interesting, because I haven't thought about the Lion's Gate for ages, and I do love the energy of the Lion's Gate. And what they're linking to me is the summer solstice moving up into the Lion's Gate, and that's a big portal for me. They told me exactly the same last year, because they're bringing it back to me. Yeah, there is something from the summer solstice that's going to really help propel you forward from now into the Lion's Gate energy as well. We've got health, look after yourself. That's really interesting. That card came up in the new moon in Gemini energy as well. Very much in looking after yourself, enjoying the new beginnings. This is all, I love it. It's very, oh my God, bottom of the deck. It's just the same, but in the reverse. This deck is also supposed to be read in the reverse, because this is my deck. Overcoming obstacles, I love it. And creating balance, spiritual growth and abundance. Okay. This is the same thing. This is piggybacking on the new moon in Gemini reading that I did, and I will put the link in the comments below, or I'll try. Do have a look at the playlist. It'll be in the new moon playlist, or the moon playlist. Again, it's like harnessing that energy, looking care of the self, making sure that you're sleeping well, eating well, drinking well, you know, that your mental health, your heart health. And I don't mean so much your actual heart, though of course look after your heart, but I mean that love, you know, making sure that you have enough love in your life, that you're projecting from a place of love, that you're getting balance. I feel like what this week brings up is that showing you where you're off balance, where you're not aligned, and it's really helping you get aligned. You know how like spring comes about and everything starts to come into bloom and flourish and grow and transform? I feel like that's where we're going. It feels like a very prosperous, abundant, spiritual growth, divine. You have all the divine wisdom that you need. This is what I was saying here. It's like what you've learned from the past. You're not using it to your disadvantage. You're turning it on its head and you're using it to your advantage. And that's exactly what I get there. And this is something very big about abundance. This is not financial, then it's abundance of self, abundance of life, abundance of just feeling good within yourself, overcoming all the obstacles. And 100% you are putting this heartache behind you. And you needed to, and you absolutely needed time to let it go. Okay, what an interesting reading. Okay, Spirit, can we have some guidance for my lovely warriors, please? Guidance. Honesty and communication. I feel with that it's being honest with yourself, and this where you're not seeing something clearly, there is going to be communication coming in, closure coming in. If you've been waiting for something for closure, you're going to give yourself the closure. Okay, what else? Manifestation, exactly what I've been channeling. Make sure between now and Lionsgate that you start manifesting, you start talking about what it is you want, you anchor that down into the third eye, take charge and take action right next to the Chariot card. You know, guys, it really feels like there is momentum picking up for abundance to come in. Now, abundance doesn't just need to be money. It can be love, it can be happiness, it can be property, it can be a building, it can be you know, a love of life, a love of work, a love of a project. There's so much that it can be. It feels very heart-centered. It feels very heart-healing. And I feel like that's what this new moon in Gemini is bringing about, moving into the solstice and then on to the Lion's Gate. So have a fabulous week, my lovely warriors. I leave you there with so much love and light. If you'd like a personal reading, all my offerings are at the website, thespiritualwarrior.uk. Watch out for the spammers and the scammers. I will never contact you directly. Please sign up to the newsletter list as well, because that's where all the offers are, and you get a bi-monthly newsletter that I don't put out on social media. All right, my lovely warriors, take care. Much love.